Hello, my friends, and welcome to this exciting broadcast. I've got somebody here on the line. I'm gonna be bringing her out and interviewing her in just a moment. And by the way, my name is Adam Chandler, coming at you right now from my home in northern Colorado. And this interview is all about how a friend of mine, a business partner of mine that I've been working with just for a few months here, has been able to create right around $1,000 passive monthly residual income stream within her first 3 days of getting involved in this exciting new program. Now, I just want to edify her really quick. This is her name's Ashley. She's a single mother, lives in Huntsville, Alabama. And I've had the pleasure of working with her for the past few months. I'm going to kind of give a little bit of a disclaimer here. She's a go-getter. If you don't have a drive and a desire, you probably won't be able to create these types of results. But if you have that desire, if you have that drive, and if you're, willing to put yourself out there a little bit, then there's absolutely no reason that you can't have similar results that Ashley's been able to create. And she is someone who is new to this stuff. She's not some super guru. She's not somebody who has been doing network marketing for years and has a huge list or a blog or anything like that. We'll get into all that. Without further ado, I want to bring out the lovely Ashley Hendricks. How you doing, Ashley?
Hey Adam, thank you. I'm great.
Awesome. Could we maybe just start off just by getting just a couple minutes on your story, maybe the reasons why you got into home-based business in the first place?
Certainly, yeah. Well, as you mentioned, I'm a single mother of one, a very proud mother, bright little girl. She is a kindergartner now. We have been just the two of us. We've been on our own for going on 2 years now, and in the course of those 2 years, I lost two jobs in the corporate world that I was convinced that I would have for the rest of my working life. And 2 weeks before Christmas last year, I actually lost the second job. And so, as you might guess, that was a very difficult time for me. I wanted to find something, for us to survive, and so yeah, I looked everywhere. And of course, when you're perusing employment ads, you ultimately come across a handful of network marketing opportunities.
Right.
And I finally decided that, given the age of the internet, and that I've got all the drive in the world. Why not?
Sure. So you had some serious reasons why you wanted to make it happen. I mean, you had been let go from some jobs, so that you knew that path was, if you had kept going down that path, it would probably lead to even more disappointment, and you had to make something work to, for the life of you and your daughter, right?
Right. I was completely fed up with, and I decided that I was done with the prospect of hedging my future wealth, and my daughter's future on somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's so similar to my story. It's crazy. I'd never really realized that. Just being fed up with the corporate job, obviously not with the kid and everything, but but being fed up with the corporate job and realizing that it's time to explore other options. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you got into a network marketing company. You started. You followed the system. You started prospecting people. You started exposing the business to people. And what were some of your kind of early on experiences in your network marketing company?
Oh gosh. Well, company specific, my experiences were stellar. I love my company. The reactions that I got from my warm market people, from friends and family, some of them were jarring. Excuse me. There was definitely a lot of rejection, which is to be expected. And thankfully, I'm not someone who cowers in the face of those kinds of things. But I definitely felt like I was spinning my wheels from time to time, again, because I didn't really have what I perceived to kind of be the foundation of other marketers. Being a list and lots of experience, and really a platform to really jump from. So it was a lot of work for me. I was constantly talking to people, but it was fun.
Cool.
It's been a good time.
Awesome, awesome. And then fast forward just a little bit until basically just recently, in the last few weeks, you got involved in a training program where it's a training and an education system for other network marketers, right? And
Right.
you started promoting that, and because of the commission structure of that particular program, you were able to, in your first 3 days, you got, how many was it? 12 paid signups?
Yes, I got 12 paid signups in my first 3 days of marketing the platform. Yeah.
Right. In your first 3 days, which is absolutely phenomenal. We'll get into kind of what you did in just a minute. But I just want to call attention to the fact that with this particular program that you got into, you were able to get 12 paid signups, right off the bat, basically, which ended up, you were able to basically create $1,000 monthly income stream just by signing up 12 people.
Yep, that's right.
Wow, that's pretty fantastic. And we'll at the end of this call, we'll show you how you can get some more information on the particular program, because I think that if it, without a program like this, if you were in a traditional network marketing company, because traditional network marketing companies are designed for long-term wealth, and you can build wealth over the long haul with most traditional network marketing companies, but they're not exactly set up for short-term growth. So being in that you have a program like this that was very attractive, very attractive to other network marketers, because of the fact that, I mean, this particular program, right? You get one paid sign up, and you're basically covering your costs, right?
That's right.
And I have to assume that was probably part of the attractiveness that led the people that you got involved in or the people that you were prospecting to want to get involved. I'm sure that was very attractive to them to realize that they only had to sign up one person in order to make their auto ship or their membership free.
Right. That's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's cool. Let's talk a little bit about how. Well, actually, before we even get into the how, let me ask you, how does it feel? I mean, how does it feel to know that you were able to, in a 3-day period, with a little drive and motivation, and even, let's back up even further. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you have a massive email list?
I have no list.
You have no list. Okay. Do you have a blog?
Nope.
Do you have a Facebook fan page?
I don't.
How much experience do you have in network marketing?
When I got started, I guess just shy of 3 months ago.
Just 3 months ago. Wow. Okay. So less, man, 3 months experience, no blog, no email list, no Facebook list, no, asset that you've created. That's phenomenal in itself. Congratulations for that. But so how did it feel to create, just in a few days of getting to work? How did it feel to know that you created $1,000 monthly income stream in just a matter of a few days?
Oh, it's enormous. It's a breakthrough feeling. And I've heard of this before, from leaders in the industry and other people who've been in for a while who have really seen some massive success. When you start getting that breakthrough, you can see that, that your wildest dreams and goals really can be attained. I mean, if I can, at this stage in the game, 3 months in, if I can knock out that much in 3 days, imagine what I can do in 3 more months.
Imagine what you can do in 5 years.
I don't think I'll be working anymore in 5 years.
And how does that feel?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Wow, that's awesome. And so you had the drive. I mean, you've got a little bit of a cushion now, in that income stream, that asset that you've created. What are What would you say to someone who is just getting started, maybe like yourself, maybe somebody who has their why, they've got their drive and their desire, but they just haven't really made anything work yet. What kind of advice or wisdom can you share with those people?
Well, I think that you should find out what your personal assets are. Figure out what it is that you bring to the table that brings value to other people, and then communicate that, give that to people. So in my case, obviously without paid advertising, without a fan page, without a blog, and so on, I'm actually reaching out to people myself. And so in doing that, I am making real connections with people. I'm finding out, what are your struggles? Where are you seeing difficulties? Where are you seeing successes? What is working for you? What's not working for you? And in doing that, and I'll tell you, I actually don't have an enormous base of friends on Facebook either. A lot of marketers have 3, 4, 5,000 friends. I'm sitting right around 1,500. But I have relationships with those people, so it's quality over quantity in terms of your interactions, and truly do everything that you can to provide value to the people that you connect with, and really just being present, being a friend, knowing their children's names. I mean, being a friend is value in itself, and when you see an opportunity to help them, truly do that. And what I saw in this program, this platform that I joined, was a way to really help out a lot of people. And so I reached out and just talked to the friends that I have made with that in mind, and it was, well, it's pretty easy from there.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So you were mostly using Facebook to prospect people for this opportunity. And you had built up a little bit of an asset in your Facebook list, not huge. I mean, you said that you had 1,500 friends. I know that getting to that level where you have 1,500 friends, it doesn't exactly happen overnight, right? You took some consistent action. But what could you give a little bit more detail on how exactly you went about doing it? I mean, you said that you had built these 1,500 friends. You had focused on building relationships with those people by commenting on their pages, by sending them private messages, right? And then when it came time to when you joined this new program and you were ready to start exposing people to it, you had already had some relationships with those people. What were the next steps?
Well, the next steps were to just reach out and ask them how things were going for them in their business. I know that there are several, excuse me, more than several people that I'm connected with on Facebook that are fairly new to marketing. There are also people who have who've been in for a long time who would see the value in basically using the list that they already have to generate an additional income stream and create a new learning platform for their teams and their primary companies. So yeah, with that in mind, I just started reaching out and asking questions, and of course, as I started getting signups, because by day one, I had, I believe, 5 people by the end of the first. Well, no, that was 2 days in. Yeah, so I had 6 people by that point, and as I was going along, I just said, wow, I signed up 2 people onto this affiliate platform in the past hour. That's $200. It's really easy. The product is fantastic. Do you want to check it out?
Right.
And that wasn't always the same thing that I would say to everyone, obviously. There is no one-size-fits-all solution when you're prospecting or presenting information to people on Facebook, and I think that that's something that's missed on a lot of people. You really do have to kind of code the way that you talk according to the conversation that you have, and really just kind of the context of the friendship that you have with this person that you're connected to. So there's no real specific formula, but it is definitely based on asking questions and seeing if there is a need that can be filled.
Sure, sure, absolutely. Okay, cool. And so what I'm also hearing in this is that you bring some excitement to the table as well. It's not like you're just saying, "Hey, do you want to check something out?" I mean, you're excited about what you're involved in, and because of that, you're bringing that excitement to your prospects.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great, great. So that's huge. Let's talk a little bit about like a daily method of operation, or what is it that you? I mean, do you have goals for how many people that you're going to reach out to on Facebook on a regular basis, or how many new relationships that you're going to start? And then you said that you're at 1,500 friends right now. I mean, are you adding 10 friends a day? If so, are you going into groups where other network marketers are to find those people? What does that look like?
Okay, well, in the context of this weekend, basically, that we're talking about, where I recruited all of those people into this affiliate program, I had a very specific goal. I told myself at the outset of that weekend that by the end of this weekend, I am going to set up $1,000 residual income stream. And so I figured out exactly what I needed to do to accomplish that, and I set out to do it. So I'm not really... Presently, I'm not in the practice of, just reaching out and trying to friend people. I'm not actually actively prospecting outside of my friends list at this point. I'm actually quite okay with my 1,500 friends. Yeah. So when I'm on Facebook, I'll open up the chat bar, and use that. People, like, there's so many people that don't use that. Look for the little green dot and just say hello. See how people are doing. See if their business is going well. Just ask questions and be genuinely interested in what they tell you and in their lives, because people know if you're really interested, right, or if you're really just trying to fish for something. So yeah, I mean, my daily method of operations is really, during that period of time with that very specific goal, was to hit this number or better, and so at every opportunity that I had to just reach out and say hello, I took that opportunity. I knew that there were people that I had actively prospected for my primary company who had maybe had an income objection, or rather a cost objection. And of course, this being a way to make money quickly provides a solution for that. And so I then follow up with that and say, okay, well, check this out. This would be a great way to get you involved. Have a look at this. And it certainly didn't hurt that it's free for the first 2 weeks. So people are naturally more open to checking something out that doesn't have a cost for them up front.
Sure. Absolutely. Okay, cool. So we talked a little bit about what you're how you're getting these people, what you're, and just I just want to take a minute and just say to the listeners here, if you're listening to this information right now, that 1,500 person list on Facebook, I mean, that is an asset. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of network marketers who don't have a big list of a subscriber list, the way that some of the way that other people do. But I mean, if you look at your Facebook list as your asset, and you cultivate that asset, and you realize that there is gold in that list, and you treat it with respect, then it's going to pay off for you big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So moving on. I mean, I just wanted to also point out here, Ashley, that did you know? I read a statistic recently that said that something like 80 or 85% of homes that are in foreclosure right now in the United States, those families could have avoided foreclosure just with an extra $500 a month. Just by an extra $500 a month. Have you heard that before too?
I haven't. That's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, and just to be able to know that you were able to create that, more, double that in just a few days, and that you can take that message to people, and you can show people this solution that you found. That must be incredibly exciting for you.
Yeah, it really is, and what can be done with it down the road, not only for myself and my family, but for the people that that I genuinely want to reach out to and help.
Awesome, awesome. And now this particular program that we're talking about, that you were able to create this $1,000 monthly income stream. This is not a network marketing company, right? Let's make this clear. So you can actually build this alongside of your network marketing business, and that's what you do, right?
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
Yes.
And I just want to point out the fact that if you are only building a network marketing company, and you're not providing tools and marketing systems like the one that we're talking about here to people, to other network marketers, and you're providing that solution, you're leaving a fortune on the table. Would you?
You really are.
Would you
Yeah.
agree with that, Ashley?
Yeah, well, I am of the mind that, when you're doing your prospecting, when you're doing your networking, you really do need to be able to offer something to everyone you come across. And there are going to be countless people that you're going to make valuable connections with who either just aren't interested in or aren't ready to join you in your primary business. So why not bring them on your team? Why not start really developing that relationship with them so that there's an exchange of value there right now, and and hey, yeah, maybe down the road they'll join you in your primary as well.
Right, right, absolutely, and I mean, I'm sure that I know that you've found it much easier to get people involved in a lower cost education system than it was to bring them into a primary network marketing business. So I mean, you would agree with that as well, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Without a doubt, because it's like when you have somebody join you in your company, it's like you're asking them to marry you, right?
Seriously.
When you first meet somebody, it's like asking somebody to marry you on the first date doesn't really make a lot of sense. You kind of want to cultivate that relationship, and one of the ways to do that and to get them on board with you and to really develop that relationship is by providing a lower cost educational system.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's we've covered a lot. I mean, that's kind of the funded proposal. The aspect of a funded proposal leading with a low cost education system as almost like a foot in the door, and then when they're ready to join your company, you've had that much more of a relationship with them. Now the last thing that I want to mention here before we wrap up, Ashley, is the idea of hold on, I lost my train of thought here. Now that's right. The newness factor of this. Now you're promoting a program that's fairly new, that not everybody has heard of. I know that a lot of network marketers, especially if they're in a company that's very widespread, it can be difficult on something like Facebook when you're targeting network marketers. It can be difficult to get people involved in a program that everybody's already heard about.
Yes,
could you maybe speak?
definitely.
Could you maybe speak to that for a minute, and maybe just talk about that? This particular program is fairly new and exciting, and how how that, if you feel that has been something that's helped you to create those results.
Right, and it absolutely is a huge part of why I've been able to create those results, because many of the people that I've reached out to, I have either met through other very well-known platforms and affiliate offers and such, or people who have already opted in, or whatever. People are definitely attracted to things that are new in some cases, but I think that the significant value that I see and that most see in this particular platform, this offer, outside of the ease of exposure with the free lead-in opportunity there of 2 weeks, and outside of the fact that the commissions are so good and so easy, mm-hmm. is that what the focus in the materials, like the actual meat and potatoes of what you get in this community, is it really is the foundational core of what anyone would need to grow a successful network marketing business. This is not information overwhelm. This is just tried and true. This is what you do. This is how you do it. This is how you grow a successful network marketing company, and it's refreshing. Awesome. So that's definitely made it easy to get it in the hands of people that I know.
Right, because you're providing solutions. You're giving people, you know, answers and training that they desperately need, that most of the time they're not getting from their company and what they're already involved in.
Right. Definitely.
Awesome. Okay, and in just a moment, you guys, I'm gonna show you how you can learn more about this particular program that we're talking about, and how you can work with me and Ashley, because I was so impressed by what Ashley has been able to do here that I actually joined her in this particular program, and I'm gonna invite you to take a look at it, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do that in just a moment. But Ashley, just closing out, do you have any words of wisdom? Anything that anything that you can share with somebody maybe in a similar situation, or maybe where you were a few months ago, you know, that can help them, you know, get to the next level?
Sure. I think that one of the most important things that I realized that really brought me success is to stop marketing. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but when you're using a social platform like Facebook, people want to know you. They want to know who you are. People join people, not businesses. So if you keep your focus on you and your awesome life and the things that, you know, that make you interesting, people are going to want to know more. So, you know, keep them engage back, and provide value to them through friendship and through the solutions that you've found for yourself.
Awesome. Very, very intuitive, very, very wise. Thank you so much, Ashley, for the value that you've brought to this interview and to the audience here. I know that people listening to this got a ton of value from this information. And what's the best way for somebody to reach out to you? They can maybe just search for you on Facebook?
Yeah, I am actually, I'm in the process, finally, of building a fan page.
Cool.
Not really sure when that's launched. I'm kind of happy with what I have going right now. But I'm facebook.com, the.ashley.hendricks. Friends with you. If they find you, you can find me.
Yeah.
And you can also reach me at ashley@ashleyhendricks.com.
Cool. So reach out to Ashley, you guys. She's a rock star, and she is just on her way to the top in this industry. And I'm sure that this will not be the last time you hear the name Ashley Hendricks. Click the link below this video right now to learn about the exciting program that Ashley used to create a $1,000 monthly residual income stream in just 3 days. Plug into the exciting training, generate more higher quality leads for your business, climb to the top of whatever network marketing company your little heart desires, and create a substantial residual income in the process with this exciting program. And take your 2-week test drive 100% for free via the link below this video, and we look forward to working with you.